social media at Midwest Mikes. We will post a tweet where we're at
Friday night.
Friday night.
Whoa! And watching these the big games. So we'll be out and about watching the games. I don't think we're making any heavy predictions right now. Well, do you want to predict who you think is going to win just the whole thing? Because I know what I feel like is. It's a kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, I got Duke winning the whole thing. I will go ahead and say that.
I have Duke winning the whole thing also.
If Zion stays healthy he plays up to his ability.
Yeah, I really like to be smart and come up with like a lot of reasons why why maybe like a Michigan could pull it off, or why like a North Carolina. Well, North Carolina could pull it off actually. They played Duke really well.
They did.
Or Gonzaga, or like something random like a Texas Tech, because the favorite little team for you guys to bet on because they have really good odds on that is Tech. Because Texas Tech, while they played like trash in the Big 12 tournament all year, they've played really well, and their defense is really good, and they're actually a pretty good road team. So I don't know, but I got Duke win the whole thing, dude.
Yeah, I do too. It's just the knock against them is that I think they shoot like 30% from three, but I feel like that they're strong enough inside that's not going to matter.
Yeah, Zion's a physical specimen, and you know what? Props to him for coming back and playing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if I was him, I would maybe thought about shutting it down because he's the number one pick, even if he would have came back or not. But the guy is showing you that he is competitive.
Yeah, I will throw out my big upset. I don't know if it's a big upset, but my upset that I'm going with in the first round is I'm going Liberty over Mississippi State, which is a 5-12 matchup. And really, I have not watched Liberty basketball play this year.
What?
So I am purely going on that because a buddy of mine that I've coached with 2 different places and went to high school with is now coaching football at Liberty. Ricky Hundley. So shout out to Ricky.
Oh, is it really? So you're just going with them?
And so I'm picking his school to win an upset there in the first round.
So we got a Grandview tie at Liberty.
At Liberty, we do.
Well, shoot, I'm betting on Liberty. Is that tomorrow? I don't know. I'm betting on Liberty tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, I actually do. I did a 12 team parlay on Bovada.
I hope you win. I hope you hit that.
Put $5 on it, and I could win 11,000 and change. So, hey,
is that all spreads or money?
Yeah, I did all spreads.
I think you're gonna hit it, dude.
It'd be crazy. 12 teams. I don't know. There's 14 games tomorrow on Thursday. At Bovada, the max amount of a parlay you can do is 12.
Yeah.
So
and for it,
I did 12 of 14, and
I like it.
Why not? It's $5. I mean, I'm up. Over $100 in the last month. So,
whoa, yeah, I like that.
Why not?
I think my goal is whatever I deposit, because typically the tournament's been pretty good to us as a whole, gambling, right? So my goal is whatever I end up depositing, because I still got to put a little more money in, because I went busto during. What was I betting on? I went busto.
You did the over under North Carolina Duke the first one when Zion went out.
Yeah, over under. I picked over. Zion busts out the shoe, and I go busto because I bet it all on that. And so I went busto there. So then I'll go back in tomorrow, and then I'll probably run some. I'll probably do some round robins and stuff like that. Like I'll do like multiple 14 parlays. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ways to
do a couple more of those too, but just that's what I got so far. I'm an Iowa fan. I've talked about that on the show.
Did you go homer on them?
I did pick them to beat Cincinnati in my bracket.
What's the seeds on that?
7-10.
What'd you bet on? You take Iowa spread?
I have not placed a bet on that game yet. I'm still still debating. But I honestly don't think Iowa can beat Cincinnati. So
really,
I just I couldn't write Cincinnati over Iowa on the line, but I don't feel like Iowa's going to win. I feel like Cincinnati's going to beat them. Prove me wrong, Iowa.
I got no clue.
Yeah, they've been so streaky all year.
I haven't watched either one of them teams.
Yeah, I have watched Iowa quite a bit, but we are actually going to the Elite Eight game that's going to be here in Kansas City on the 31st. So I mean, it's possible that we could see a North Carolina-Kentucky game.
I hope we do.
I hope we do too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, I don't think Kansas has a shot. It depends on which team shows up.
Yeah.
The team shows up that played, because I got the team. I got to go to. I went to the Big 12 championship the night the semis. So I saw K-State Iowa State, which was an awesome game.
Yep.
And then I got to watch Kansas beat up on West Virginia. And then I got to watch the next night. I watched Iowa State play Kansas. And it really depends on which team shows up.
Absolutely.
The team that beat up on West Virginia, it was just more physical. And then they get to play Iowa State, and they are still physical, but their shot percentage was trash. I think it was like 29%.
Yeah, it was bad.
And Iowa State shot lights out. Iowa State beat them badly. So my prediction on Kansas, and I think you agree, is they win round 1, knocked out by Auburn.
Yep.
Round 2.
That's what I have in my bracket. Not going to be a popular pick in our part of the country.
I don't see a lot of guys picking them like final. Like I've been talking to like other guys kind of around, and I don't see anyone taking them Final Four. Usually throughout the years, even if they were like a 1 or a 2. I mean, sorry, especially if they're a 1, but like if they're a 2, a lot of people around here still kind of wrote them into Final Four because Bill Self is a really really good coach, and but this year it's not there. And you know what? This is not the team because Self has had a few guys go.
Yeah, I mean his top 3 guys are out.
So it's tough, and I actually think Bill Self has done a really good job coaching. He's starting 5 freshmen.
While we're on the topic of Bill Self, it is rumored that he is going to go take the Chicago Bulls job. I think personally that he is going to stay at Kansas. I talked to someone today, as a good reporter would do, who is in the know, and I feel like would have a really good idea of where Bill Self's head is at. And he said, no, Bill Self is not leaving the University of Kansas.
So we chatted earlier today about it, and I thought the only reason he might leave would be if the money was like stupid, right?
Yeah.
If like your contracts, whatever contract you have with Kansas, the Bulls like quadruple it or triple it. And you're like, oh my God, like this is this is money I can't pass up. This is money I can give to my grandkids. Like I need to do this. I thought about something later that he may be going for instead of, because Kansas obviously is a great place to coach, right? Mm-hmm. You can recruit. The facilities are awesome.
You've pretty much got all the control you can have.
The fans are really good
when you're on top.
The fans are really good when you're on top. They're also really good at home. They're kind of garbage on the road, but they're really good at home. And the thing about it is, it would only be another reason would be if it's like personal accomplishment stuff. Like he's won a national championship, he's won a lot of conference championships, and he just wants to accomplish something different. That could be another reason he might go. But as far as like having like an elite job or a really really good job, the only 2 jobs better than Kansas are North Carolina and Duke. That's it for me.
Yep, absolutely. I completely agree.
Like if Duke came calling.
Yeah, but I think Krzyzewski's got a few more years. I think definitely. One of his longtime assistants will probably get promoted.
Yeah, they just keep the culture going in there. Yeah, so I mean that kind of makes sense. So
yeah, but all right. Well, anything else on the tournament before we transition? I mean, like I said, there's 14 games on Thursday, 14 games on Friday. Lots of basketball coming up, and then there'll be games Saturday, Sunday as well. So probably 7 and 7.
Yeah, like I said, I have looked at the bracket, and I know who I think kind of the favorite is. I have not filled out a bracket just because I like to bet on. I'm going to bet on each game individually, and so I kind of look at each game on its own. So I don't have a bracket out, but I think kind of Duke's kind of the team to beat.
Yeah.
So
and I will tweet my bracket out before, or actually I will just take a picture. I'm not going to tweet it out until we do our full picks next week, but I will have a picture with the date and time on it, so you can see I'm not changing my picks as we go. So.
Oh, well, come on! Like anybody thinks.
Yeah.
They don't.
So-
Everybody trusts you, man.
So, all right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and get into the AAF. We've been talking about it every week. The Alliance of American Football. They're going to play 10 regular season games. They have played 6 so far, so they got 4 left. And then there's a 14 playoff. The 2 best teams in the East, the 2 best teams in the West, are who gets in the playoffs. So standings right now, Orlando did lose this weekend for the first time, so they are now 5-1. Almost came back and won, had a miracle comeback, but there was a penalty on the last play of the game, which caused a runoff, and so they lost. And kind of a weird deal there. But they're number 1 in the East. Birmingham's number 2 in the East at 4-2. San Antonio's number 1 in the East, or the West, sorry, at 4-2. And then you got Arizona and San Diego, both 3-3 in the West. And then Salt Lake down there at the bottom in the West at 2-4. So that's the teams. Johnny Manziel did sign with Memphis, who is 1-5.
They had the most trash quarterback in the whole
They did.
league with Mettenberger.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Garbage. Sorry,
So-
man. I know he's hurt now, but dude, he looks so bad.
Yeah.
Really, like when you're kind of watching this stuff, some of the offenses don't click really great, and Memphis was definitely one of them. Now, if you want to see an offense that is really clicking, Orlando
Yeah.
looks like a well-oiled machine. Like those boys in Orlando look like they've played together for a while.
Yeah, Gilbert and Spurrier have really done a great job.
I really like that. So for Memphis to get Johnny Manziel, I think it's good. I think it's good for Johnny Manziel. I think it's good for Memphis. Team sucks. You might as well. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
take a shot.
You got nothing to lose bringing in Johnny
Nothing to
Manziel.
lose. I think Johnny Manziel. Cause I think Johnny Manziel can play. I don't think he's good enough to play in the league. But I mean, not right now. I don't think he is. But I think he has talent, and hopefully he doesn't screw it up.
Yeah.
Because a healthy, sober, and focused Johnny Manziel is pretty fun to watch. Right?
Yeah, and this weekend, the Memphis team that he is on, they play Birmingham. It is a home game. Last I heard, Johnny Manziel they plan to dress him. He has not earned the starting position as of the time we're recording this on Wednesday, the 20th. But who knows what can happen when they get going?
Well, if you're 1-5,
Why do you not start him?
well,
I mean,
you know what? You don't even have to. You don't have.
why
to
do you not
start
bring him in?
But get him some. Why not get him some reps?
Yeah.
Get him some snaps. Throw him in there.
I really feel like that, not this weekend, but the following weekend, Orlando comes to Memphis. And I really feel like Orlando, number 1 team coming in, Memphis is going to start Johnny Manziel, get some publicity, get
Johnny's-
number 1 team.
Johnny's gonna go 14 for 35 for
Yeah,
75 yards.
yeah, 1 touchdown,
3 interceptions,
3 picks.
1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, 1 rushing touchdown.
Now, I actually when he played in college, A&M, man, it was awesome. Really, really, really fun stuff. And I really hope that he gets it together.
You know who his quarterback coach was down there at A&M?
That's old Cliff, baby.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Was he QB coach?
He
or
was
is
the
it
quarterback coach.
Oh, he wasn't OC.
I think he was quarterback coach and OC.
Yeah. You know what? The thing about we're getting off subject with Cliff, but I was talking with somebody the other day. They didn't realize how much of a quarterback guru this dude is.
Yeah.
I was
He's
like,
no
dude,
Justin Hoover, but,
he's not Justin Hoover, but he got Houston, Case Keenum,
yeah.
Manziel, Mahomes. This guy's
Yeah.
putting it together. A lot of NFL
He's coached some
quarterbacks.
good NFL guys.
Sharp guy, right? So
That Mahomes kid might be okay.
the Cliffs, Mahomes Mahomes is all right. He's like a C minus.
Yeah.
No, but the it's really cool. So I think it's really good for the league to get Manziel in there. It's not the same as getting a Tebow. It's not the same as getting a Kaepernick. But Manziel is interesting for sure. So the ratings will be up on that.
Yep. So based on the schedules, the games that are left, the 4 games, I think Orlando and Birmingham are going to stay atop the East. I don't see Atlanta at 2-4, Memphis at 1-5. Even bringing Johnny Manziel back. I mean, if they win, 4 straight games, they're 500. I don't see that being good enough to get in the playoff this year. So I think Orlando and Birmingham lock in.